The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our IN.FORM webinar today. We are so glad that you are here with us. My name is Shandy Hatfield, and I work here at Nature Sunshine's home office with our IN.FORM program. We have a great presentation for you today. We are going to be doing really kind of a different training that gets down to the step-by-step of how you can really make IN.FORM work for you on a daily basis. So we're going to be talking about the daily method of operation for IN.FORM. So we'll be getting into what exactly that means. Just as a reminder, as you go along, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to type that into the question box there on your panel, and we'll make sure to save some time for some questions. You'll also notice on your panel, I have a copy of today's slides in a handout form. So if you wanted to print that off and take some notes, those are right there for you on your panel that you can just click and download. So just a brief agenda of what we're going to cover today. We are going to talk about your why you are an IN.FORM coach and what kind of motivates you. We have a success checklist that we've created that we're going to cover. We're going to talk about step-by-step how you can get started. We're going to give you ideas on how you can fill your groups. And then we're going to talk more about kind of expanding it from there, how you can become an IN.FORM leader and how that can bring you success, the income potential with IN.FORM, how you can identify new coaches, how you can deal with some excuses that you might hear, or maybe some excuses that you've thought to yourself, how we can overcome those, and then just more about really becoming a true leader with IN.FORM and building an organization. So we've got kind of an action-packed webinar full of some great content, and we have some great speakers with us here today. We have two that are joining us. Our first is Brenda Montrella. Brenda is, of course, an IN.FORM coach, and she's a regional manager. She has a retail store and just has a lot of really great experience. So welcome, Brenda. We're glad that you're here.
Thank you so much.
We also have Judy Pladna joining us, an IN.FORM coach as well, and she's an area manager out of Iowa and has some really great experience to share as well. So welcome, Judy. We're glad to have both of you here.
Thank you, Sandy.
We're going to turn the time over to Brenda first, and then we'll have Judy present next. So I'm going to go ahead and give Brenda the control of the mouse. So let's go ahead and turn it over to Brenda.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity to speak with you. I've been around the block a little bit. I've been with the Nature Sunshine for about 21 years. It is my family. It's my brand. It's everything to me. So to have this opportunity to share my excitement and my passion and drive to really help people, any opportunity to do that is just such a blessing to me. So I want to start with your daily method of operation. Many people, maybe IN.FORM are thinking, if I have a class every week, I'm good. But what am I doing actually in my classes, or what am I doing between my classes? So you can see there's prospecting, finding new people to join your group, or to get interested, or to help another human being become well, sponsoring people, obviously getting them to join Nature Sunshine and the buying direct, maybe selling, maybe you have products that are available and you'd like to offer to people. And then also, it's very important to develop leaders and coaches. One thing to take into consideration, all four of these, I mean, some people think, oh, it's just one thing I can do and I do really great. But I think it's really important to kind of look at what areas you're very good at. And if you're weak in some areas, to really look at concentrating your efforts on your weaknesses. Some people are just go strong with your strengths, but I feel if you can help some of your weaknesses get stronger, I think that would be something that would be a very much of an improvement and help you quite a bit in your working with everybody in the IN.FORM group. So the big thing is consistency. I can't say enough. It's not the big things that you do, it's the small things. There's a great book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. That's a great book to read to show the small things that you do every single day make a big difference. And so it's those consistent daily activities that really can produce the income and get you closer, to success. So it's the small things that really equal large, get you in the direction and make great strides. So look at what you're doing every day. I know when I started my store 21 years ago, and I kind of put my head down and I just did what I could do to help the next person and the next person and the next person. And pretty soon I looked up and I said, wow, okay, I've gotten pretty far here. But I didn't necessarily say, this is where I want to be, and I feel discouraged because I'm not there yet. Just to let you know, head down, consistent activity really makes a difference. And the program, the science, the opportunity, everything's in your best interest, meaning you have all that you need to succeed, really, and the best chance for success because of the program being so strong, backed by the science, and also just the tremendous opportunity that Nature Sunshine has. So IN.FORM, when we started this about 5 years ago, we got together and we said, what can we do to really make it so effortless almost to really inspire someone and give them the information they need to make the best choices and to start to develop healthy habits. We've got to go out there and transform a nation. So what information do people need? They almost need a handbook for health. And I really think that IN.FORM is like that. It's a wellness program. It's definitely working with the gut. It's definitely working on lifestyle changes. It's very comprehensive. But I think that people really get that message of wanting to make a difference and really seeing the difference through the IN.FORM program. So all the information's there. And I love that because people have now the tools to make the decisions, the right decisions. They have the direction. And the clinical studies, serious results, coming from this. So we came up with this program, and then we said it went further into the clinical results and really seeing that this program is just bulletproof. I mean, it's just one that is going to transform people's lives and make a huge difference in their overall health and many aspects of just their quality of life. And so, when I work with people, I'm always saying, I need to get to the root of the problem. And I have to tell you, this is the lingo for me that I see every single time I use those words, people light up. They're like, yes, especially since they've gone to maybe, medicine, modern medicine, and all of their symptoms are being masked by prescriptions. So as soon as you say it's the root of the problem, everybody goes, yes, this is great because this is what I want to do. I don't want to be just taking something just to control my symptoms. I really want to change and transform my health. I really want to get off, or I want to change what's happening in my body. And so you then shift that power to them. Let's get to the root of your problem. Let's really get this your health going in the right direction. And there's so many things, obviously, that's causing this problem: diet and stress and toxins, and everybody's in the same boat. But I often go back and, I say, you have, blood sugar issues. So let's get to the root of the problem. You have, is it eating? Is it, but also, it's working with the gut. So you can go through all these things, and everybody wants hormonal and replacements and bioidentical. I always go, this is not where we need to go. We need to go to the gut. We need to really help your body to balance itself. And when we do that, we're going to have great success with all of these issues that people have, whether it be skin, cardiovascular, respiratory. So it's very unique, this program. And it really shifts the focus into the root of the problem, the unhealthy microbiome. And that's what's so critical, because you really want to transform people's eating habits and really their lifestyle, which is affecting their gut. So metabolic age, this is always such a great tool or something to talk about. Like, do you know what your metabolic age is? And they're like, what's that? And you can tell them, metabolic age is really how efficient your body's running. So if your metabolic age is higher than your actual age, then you're functioning at that level. So if I'm getting on, I'm 50 years old and it says 80, well, I'm not feeling very good about that. And I shouldn't, because I should be more efficient in my body, because muscle is going to be more efficient than fat. And there's all these different factors that come into playing a part in our metabolic age, toxins and things of that nature. So if we can help someone to identify a problem area, metabolic age, and we can help them move that number to their actual age or even younger, well, they're going to get excited because they're going to feel better, but also because nobody wants to be older than their actual age. That's pretty simple. But when we look at the IN.FORM, it's not just about the metabolic age, it's all these other factors that are playing a part. I mean, weight, I usually don't talk about that as much as I talk about wellness, because I want them to see all the other factors. Look, your metabolic age is going down. Look, your hydration is improving. Your fat percentage is going down. Your muscle is going up. And when we look at the clinical studies and things of that nature, we definitely see great reduction in a lot of different factors that really are critical to people's health. And we really want to help them in all aspects. So it is working on the total health. So IN.FORM is really complete, and I have to tell you, say, well, you're a store owner, I'm a practitioner, I see people on appointments, I do the IN.FORM in a group setting, that I do IN.FORM on one-on-one, but I got to tell you, I love kits. I'm the kit friendliest person, and I get so excited about kits because I know everything is in there and it makes it so easy for people. And I love this kit because we have everything that we need to change our gut microbes and have the instruction book. People like easy, people like simple. They do not like complicated. The easier you can make it and the more direct that they can, be with their health, I think the more success and the more compliance that we have, I've found over the years. So I love this kit so much. So what is your why? This is pretty big. Start with the why. Your why, I have to say, sometimes I say your why has to make you cry, but what are your dreams? What would you do with an extra $500 to $1,000? Now you might say, well, I'm going to pay some bills, maybe some ballet lessons, or maybe I'm going to, have someone come clean my house because I just can't get it all done. Okay, that's great. You're thinking of that. Now, really live it. Live it and see this happening. So, okay, right now, today, you have an extra $1,000. I'm giving you that today. So you write down today what you're actually going to do with that $1,000. Okay, so I want you to spend that money today. But then I want you to go a little further and not only spend the money, but how does it feel to have that money? And so what happens is, if you have a car that's not running so great and you're stressed about that every time you get in your car, you might be super excited with $1,000 a month because you can get a new car and you can be so excited to drive to work without having to worry it breaks down or get a flat tire. Or you may say, well, that would be great because I can go on vacation. Well, what would it mean to go on vacation? What would it mean to your children or to your grandchildren or your spouse or your partner? How much fun will you have on that vacation? Where will you go? How long will you be there? I mean, be really super specific. College tuition, things of that nature. So it's like, what would it mean if I didn't have to do without this because I have to pay for college tuition, and how much more I can do for my family, and what does that mean? You have to really see the accomplishment. You really have to live it. And I have to tell you, I've done this. I mean, I've done this a million times, and it's such a great exercise. I love to spend money that I don't have. So I get, I might say, well, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. I love to buy lottery tickets because what I do is I spend the money whatever the winnings are. In my mind, I spend the money, I write it down. What am I going to do? So then I start to discover what if I had all the money I wanted, what would I actually do? And it helps me to dream big. And I think when you start to, again, put a little bit more heart into your dreams and what they mean, I think that makes a big difference on how eager you will be to share. So how would you feel transforming the lives of other people? So envision yourself, someone coming up to you, okay? And this again, you've seen someone, you can do a before and after picture of someone else. And you can say, now this person's coming up to me, they're in tears. And then this person just said to me, I lost 50 pounds. My metabolic age has gone down 25 years. I have so much energy. I'm sleeping great. I'm off medications. I mean, I feel like I have a new lease in life. I can get on the floor and play with my grandchildren. Tears are coming down their eyes. Okay, so now how do you feel when someone's saying that to you? So you have to really imagine that. Really imagine that. So, and then also think about someone else achieving their financial goals. Here's a mom. Maybe she is a single mom. She would love to have more for her family, but she is at that ceiling, maybe she doesn't have the education to go further. But guess what? Nature Sunshine is the key that, hey, we have what you need as far as information, and we have what you need as far as sharing. So what would it mean to that individual? And they're coming up to you. Now they're in tears and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I would have done if I would not have had this. This has been the best opportunity for me and my children. We are able to, I'm able to go to soccer games that I had not been able to go to because I have a little bit more free time because my work, 9-to-5 job, which was just killing me, is now allow me within the IN.FORM and with Nature Sunshine, allow me to really just be able to do whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do, and I'm living life on my terms. But maybe they're not, they're still at their job, but they're making extra money. I'm so grateful to, they're coming up to you, they're crying. I'm so grateful that I can give my daughter ballet lessons, or that I can, afford to buy a computer for my children. I mean, they're just, beside themselves because they didn't think that this was even possible. So again, you had to visualize yourself seeing these people in need, you helping them. But after you've helped them, they're coming up to you and telling you this. So again, the freedom to work on your own schedule anytime, anywhere you wanted to. And this is just so important. So why did you want to start IN.FORM business? You just, again, there's something when you go through the exercise, there's something that's going to make you cry. And that's what you want to put down. You want to put down, like, I want to help these people, transform their lives. I want to be able to provide my family with the things that they need, all those things. And again, see the accomplishment, see it already done and experience it. Say, how would it feel? And really experience it and say that you can. So, and review it and commit to it every day. And, share it with someone. So I'm really super passionate about this. This is what I'm doing. And this is what I want to achieve. And when you tell someone, it's great because they're going to check in on you. A little accountability there. The person's going to say, hey, how you doing? How's that working out? And you've got to, you got to see that through. So you really want to, find what's really driving you. You want to, post it, commit to it, and really go for it. So here's a little success list here for you. Now, just to let you know, there's some high payoff activities. That's actually action that gets you results. So I talk about high payoff activity a lot because you can get overwhelmed with some of the things that you need to do, but it's just busy work. We can't be, hanging out on Facebook and Instagram and just trolling around and that kind of stuff. We've got to really do action. Action gets results. So, okay, so you looked at your why, what inspires you, what do you visualize, get your vision board going. And we had a lot about vision board at the summit, but I got to tell you, see it, feel it, say it, really get super excited or super grateful about what you see on your vision board and see it already done. I remember I had a vision board and I had a house that I really wanted. I had a floor plan. Oh my gosh, on that floor plan, I was here's what I'm going to do for breakfast, and here's where I'm going to be sleeping, and then this is my family's going to come in here. And this, I got to tell you, was far from where I was at the time. And I grew up poor, homeless, and hungry. And so for someone like that to say, okay, well, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to do this and I'm going to achieve this, is kind of a far stretch. But let me tell you, you put this vision. And when I put that picture of the house that I wanted and that floor plan, I actually had that house within 2 years of cutting that out and looking at it for 2 years. How that happened, sometimes I look at it and go, I have no idea how that happened, but it works because I was so determined, and it was real. It was real to me. So again, I can't say enough about vision board and how you need to get together with your group of individuals or just really look to see what is important and really just live it. Sunshine rewards, everybody should have a sunshine reward. You get free product, you get free shipping. You want to be the product of the product. So, you sign up with some Sunshine Rewards this month. Before the end of the month, you're going to get you're going to already start at the 20% back in product credit, which is great because it takes you a while to get there. If you're not going to do it this month, sometimes we start at 10% for the first 3 months to getting free product credit. Then we go to 15%, and then 20%, and then 25%. And then after a year, you're pretty much set at the 25%. But right now you jump right into the 20%. So with that extra 20% of free product credit that builds, you can buy extra stuff for your home and that you're going to be sharing with other people, and really get excited about all the new things that you're using and share all the new things. And it's going to be very economical for you to do that. So I love to get people on Sunshine Rewards, and I love to be on Sunshine Rewards. So stay connected. Make sure you download the NSP Tools app, and make sure you get your text alerts. And I just want to make a correction here. You see where it says text 97012. Please make a line through that. The number is actually 22403. So I want you to text 22403. So pretend like you're texting someone. The number you're texting to, not all the numbers seem like they're there, but just enter 22403 in the number. And then what you text is NSP to that number, and you'll get all the sales, promotion, and discount. And I love that because I often copy and paste it and text it to someone else, or did you see, as a reminder. Connect on social media. I mean, obviously joining Nature Sunshine on Facebook and Instagram, our IN.FORM groups and things of that nature are really, really important. And make sure you get that NSP tools, because it's so important, because you're going to do a lot of sharing with that. And that's a high payoff activity, is to share the information on the NSP tools. Let the tools talk for you. You don't have to go all crazy about health and wellness and people run from you with like your hair's on fire. You can actually just be giving somebody a really professional video or a PDF, and I think people will get the great message from that. And then you can always do the follow-up. Attend all the meetings, local, regional, and national, and bring guests. The new Nature's Home Remedy is coming up this fall. That class we took in Cincinnati, and I got to tell you, it is a can't miss. Like, you have got to go to this class. There 6 hours of education, 100 pages of information on a manual, a jump drive that contains 20 videos, checklists for this home remedy. So everything you need to know to literally almost save a life, whether it's colds or scrapes or stings or things like that, but it could be more serious than that. So again, you got to bring everybody to this education. For me in Central Pennsylvania, I will be having people from Pittsburgh coming, from Maryland coming. I'm telling everybody about this because it's so vital, and it's so exciting to be able to give the power of helping someone else in an emergency situation until they can get to the medical care, or even, you know, maybe it's not needed after you've helped them. So again, I think everybody would love to have that information for their grandchildren, their children, or just their family. You need to make sure you set up your NSP website. It would be great to do that. You can go on to Nature Sunshine's website, and you can actually scroll down under members and internet tools, and it says NSP website. Oh, there's a video on there. It tells you a little bit more, but it's so easy to share your website, and guess what? You get credit and they'll purchase. So that's really great. Business cards, those are really great to have and have all your pertinent information on there, but it's also great to get information from the individual. A lot of times I say, Mike, I'm out of cards. Do you have something? Because as soon as someone asks me for a card, I say, oh, I'm out of cards, but can I have your information? I'll definitely get back to you and help you out with anything I can. So that way I get their information, and then I can send them something from NSP Tools, or I can send them a health assessment or something like that. And then I can follow up with that. So, you know, talking to so many people a day, some people will say no. A lot, you know, maybe it's a higher percentage than the yeses. But you know what? It's just the yeses. So some will, some won't, some are willing, you know, someone's waiting. So it's kind of like, you know, look for the people that are just waiting for your information. But the no's are okay. They help you. They help you to grow, and they help you to get better at what you're doing. And I think I invite no's. They're challenging, and I like them because I know that no doesn't always mean no at that forever. It just means no for now. So I take them with a grain of salt, and I just keep on plugging away, finding those people that need me. So organize your business. Again, this can sometimes be busy work, so it's not a high payoff activity, but it can be. So, you know, getting brochures and things of that nature. But really, the high payoff activity is contacting 2 new people a day. So it's getting someone from not knowing to knowing about Nature Sunshine. So again, where are they at their understanding and of their information? So you just want to get them to the next step. So it might be they're very new. For instance, when I sign someone up for Nature Sunshine, they're getting their products. What is the first thing I send to them? I send them the quality video. They just made a purchase. I want them to know they made a great purchase. So I'm always trying to reinforce with them the next step. So they're getting a product. Guess what? It's the best product. And then next is their success. And then I keep reinforcing their information, and then their ability to share. And you keep going from there to try to, you know, help them to, you know, be, you know, very excited about Nature Sunshine, and maybe go to whatever level that they're wanting to go. So follow-up is really important. So this is the high pay activity. A lot of people say, oh, I didn't follow up. So make a note of what you provided them. Did you give them a video? Like, for instance, if you shared a video, a lot of times I share the IN.FORM video from the NSP Tools app, or a flyer or a sample, and then I follow up and I say, what did you like best? And some people say, well, I didn't like the way this. And you know, and you might say, oh, I thought that was you know, you were going to try to keep it positive. If they say, well, I didn't like this, and I say, I'm glad you said that. I thought the same thing. And, you know, and then you turn it into a little bit of a positive. So there's always ways to really work with that when you're following up. So share the product and the business opportunity, and follow up, and ask for referrals. You know, so you want to say, who do you know that is interested in health and wellness and a tremendous opportunity? If you want to talk about opportunity, or who do you know that would like to be a wellness coach? Because I have this great program, clinically proven, and it's just ready to, you know, to walk into and to be able to get going, starting helping people. So the follow-up is really important. And even if you get a no on the follow-up, ask for a referral. So that follow-up, I got to tell you, I could do a whole class on that. So I'm not going to go any further. Host a class or a party. So inviting lots of people, even if it's you're very, very new and you just want to say, I'm going to just want to let you know what I'm doing. Come on over, support me. I would love to see you, and I'd love to let you know what's up, And so just kind of doing an inform overview would be great. And all you have to do is show the video. And maybe you could have someone call in your upline or another person that kind of can answer questions or things and kind of takes you out of the limelight a little bit, but just because it's not about you trying to sell them on something, it's about you informing them and you're just the messenger. So, promote products as solutions and share the testimonial and clinical studies. I think we have lots to go with to host a party, 30 minutes and have lots and lots of fun. Making sure you're watching the webinars. I got to tell you, last week's webinars were amazing. Everybody did an excellent job. I have learned so much and I continue to learn. I'm always on the webinars. So it's just so many different topics and business building. It's just, you can't miss it. So when people say, I don't know what to do, listen, we can Google whatever we need to Google. We have so much access to everything in Nature Sunshine. It literally is just doing. It's going from the knowing, doing gap and really taking action. So getting started is really important. So get things going. Use things, handouts, and definitely, look at people that you can, talk with, but also just you have to be the product of the product. So you have to be using it and be all in, super excited, like, kid-like excited, and become a walking testimony. Like you're really super excited and you're benefiting so much. And people just want to be part of excitement. So if you can make it exciting and have lots of fun with it, people are attracted to that. Of course, people want that in their life. Find a location to hold meetings. There are so many different places, sometimes people do, in any space that's really available, but Chamber of Commerce is a good source to say what it would be available for me to have a meeting. Some people do it in churches, and it doesn't have to cost money. So set a date. This is where the rubber meets the road. Put the date down. This is what you're going to do. So as soon as you get started in Inform, it's like, okay, we're going to need 2 dates for you, to get started in your meetings. And so you have to put it down, because once you put it down, you're committing to it. So invite as many people as you can. Get them on the bio tracker, just let them sample and let them see it. Let them find out what their numbers are and then what you could do to help them. So, mention that this is a life plan. This is something that's going to help you and your family for life. This is not just, for 13 weeks. We are talking wellness. We are addressing all those really big concerns that people have. From what foods to eat, to what water to drink, to what kind of exercise works. And we're working on all these environmental factors, and inflammation and things that you may not know are happening in your body. And we're going to help you to realize that things are going on. Just because you don't have symptoms doesn't mean that you're well. It just means that you're okay for now. But unless you're actively working at your body and really working for it, the prevention really is not happening. So we really want to help them to really get to the point where they're helping themselves and really making a difference. So setting daily goals and committing to them, it's again, what are you going to do every day? I'm going to contact this many people. And in the morning, first thing, I'm going to be not answering emails. I'm not going to look at Facebook. And from 9 to 10, I'm going to do my business. And I'm going to contact how many people in 1 hour. So it's just, again, it's a small thing. So it's 30 minutes. That's okay. But just do something every day to contact someone and share a testimony or brochure. Share the Nature Sunshine video, definitely give out, definitely contact information on all your, make it very obvious, your number and your name, put it on like fluorescent, maybe on the brochures and things of that nature so they can't miss it. again, setting daily goals. Free evaluations on the BioTracker are amazing. And then also our new health assessment. It is a great way to just open up the conversation, say, hey, we have this great health assessment, maybe a great way to figure out and get you started on, a healthy program, give you some great direction. And everybody's like, yeah, I'd like to know what to do. I found a way that can really discover what you might need and where your stress in your body is and what you need to do to address that. So again, between the BioTracker and the health assessment, we can get people really interested in IN.FORM, and then definitely follow up with more. So they may not be necessarily interested at the moment, but I got to tell you, people come around, but always ask, well, who do you know that would really like to, find out more about their health and wellness and what they can do to really change with this clinically proven program. So again, and wait for them to say something. Don't say anything else. You're waiting for them to give you the answer. And listen to the individuals. Where would you like to be in 90 days? What would you, maintaining or who they're with. I mean, mindful eating. So you're kind of setting goals, and you're helping them achieve. I wish I could eat better. I eat terrible at this time of night. Oh, let me help you. I can help you with that. So, and you're really helping people and reminding them. So you're building a relationship and you're helping them go along this path of wellness. And I think it's really important. Many people get super excited. So again, when you're doing the BioTracker, you can talk a lot about lots of stuff: stress, toxicity, sugar cravings, things of that nature. You're just saying that, everybody is experiencing issues, and toxicity plays a big part in the metabolic age, and we can help you with that. Again, protein builds muscle and burns fat, so we can help you with that. So sharing the shake recipes, I give people the PDFs of the shake recipes, tell them, I learned so much as an IN.FORM coach. These are all these great information that I've received, and so I'm so grateful to be able to share it with you. Definitely displaying the IN.FORM information when you are meeting every week, and explain the options of like the metabolic age kit. So there's different possibilities of different proteins that they can have. So there's some flexibility there, and having order forms and Sunshine Reward handouts, and just again, how much they can save, how much they should know about the quality of Nature Sunshine, and how great the IN.FORM program is. And always, hey, I'm going to talk to my wife might want to do this, or my husband might want to do this. We'll definitely check in on them, and hey, let's get your wife started or your husband started. So, I definitely want to, get your list started. Many people know lots of people, or people know people, and everybody, you want to focus on all those people that have a gut. So I don't know, that pretty much, includes everybody. So IN.FORM is for everybody. So I want to, encourage you to really go out there and help everybody with this program. I think it is life-changing. So thank you so much. And Judy, so sorry I went over.
No concern at all, Brenda. I could listen to you all day. I will try to speed things up a wee bit, just because some material that I'm going to share with you all, I have just shared recently in a couple of other webinars. But put your questions in there, though, because at the end we will be able to answer a few of those as well. So let's move on. I'll take it from here on how to fill groups. Brenda did talk about this a little bit, using your BioTracker to fill those groups. When people get on there and they see their metabolic age, they want to sign up immediately for the program, that handbook for their health that you had talked to them about. We offer free assessments, and we let people know that this program is clinically tested. That's a big deal to share. There are topics you can discuss during your BioTracker meetings every week. Explain food plan, protein, resetting breakfast, etc. Give suggestions of vegetables, legumes, and oil. So this is actually taking part during your meeting. So just bring that food plan back to them week after week to make sure they're doing what they need to do on purpose. A lot of us think we're getting our greens in, but if we're not tracking them, we may not be. So when you're doing a consultation and you get someone signed up for IN.FORM, just make sure that they completely understand that food plan and also why we require so much protein. Filling groups, you can use solid testimonials to do this. Before and after pictures work perfect. If he can do it, anyone can. This is my local poster boy. And what we did here is communicated all the benefits of IN.FORM, not just weight loss. So let's read through this a little bit. This guy lost 35 pounds, which is excellent. He reduced his metabolic age by 43 years. He lost inches, but here's the good stuff. He no longer suffers from digestive concerns. He takes half his blood pressure medication. He has more energy. He sustained a ski trip with his son that he never would have been able to do before. He can handle convenience store purchasing and has learned not to let travel sabotage his efforts. And his favorite product was the IN.FORM Whey protein shake. Now, does that relate to a lot of people? How many people out there would love to get rid of heartburn? How many people out there would love to have more energy? How many people would love to get off some of the medications they've been taking? How many people struggle somewhere with maybe traveling sabotaging their efforts? So they look at this and they're thinking, oh, that's me, and this guy did it, and I can too. Now, if they're not quite ready to join an IN.FORM class, they may at least want to get that IN.FORM Whey protein shake that was this guy's favorite product. So start collecting and building these beautiful testimonials to start filling your group. What do you put in there? You know, if you haven't coached a soul yet, I tell you, be a product of the product. Don't be afraid to play that human card that I am in here with you guys. I need to better my gut health, and we'll do it together. So, you know, share the challenges you faced before starting IN.FORM. This is a picture of my husband and I, and, you know, we're a good-looking couple having a nice time through life, but we didn't realize how unhealthy we were. We weren't motivated by weight loss. But who knew that we could improve our life and look even better? We look so much younger now. Share how you were introduced to Nature Sunshine. Believe it or not, I was introduced through my husband's gut, of course, with a little stomach comfort for some acid reflux. What product did you start with, and how long before you got results? Now, you don't have to wait for a big group to get started. Whenever two people can get together, begin. Keep the group rolling. What does that mean? That means, let me just give you an example. This summer, I started a group because I had two sisters that could get together with me on Wednesdays at 4 o'clock. Because I made that choice to start and I left the group open, I now have 7 participants in that Wednesday at 4 o'clock group. So I started with the sisters, and week after week, I had more people join. And it doesn't matter what week they come into the program, because I've already gone through the food plan. You know, you recap that every single week. So as long as these people understand the food plan, they can catch up. You know, you can drop them into week 4 about protein, and you can just teach 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and begin again at 1. So you're going to have some people rolling out of the group and some people rolling into the group. I offer incentives for referrals to fill my groups. I have no problem taking some of my Smart Start money and paying for referrals. I give them $20 bills and a handwritten thank you note for sending their friends to me to help. Facebook is the best place for me to be able to fill these groups. So I create a Facebook event I make sure that it is public, not private. I invite others to join. I share it onto my wall, and then I drop tips in it daily to entice people to come check out this meeting and see what it's all about. I schedule an IN.FORM open house. That's what I was just talking about. And there you can give out recipes and share the shakes and let people know about the bio tracker. And as soon as they will sign up for your next group. How do I pitch this program? I educate and I motivate people. I let them know that it's for sustaining your health goals and that it is affordable. We help people. Our sense of community is amazing. You know, if people are on the right track, they'll get run over if they just sit there. And that's our job as coaches, to keep them moving. Get out of your box. Make yourself visible in your community. Attend events. Join other organizations. Collect data at these events. How do you do that? You offer something of value. So hand them a recipe or have a drawing in exchange for their contact information. That's how you start to build that list that you will be following up on. Leading to success. All right, pen and pencils ready. Write down a name of 200 people that you know by name right this minute. Go through your phone, go through your contacts. What's really cool is we have this NSP Tools app now, and you can download your contacts right into it, and you can start to mark them hot and cold, and that will help you get organized to do your follow-up. You need to schedule in the time to do these income-producing activities. Get out that planner, find that time that you're wasting on Facebook or on Netflix, and that's the time you need to be working on your business. Next step, lead one person from member to manager. So looking at that list of contacts, who do you know has what it takes to do this business, and how can you help them earn that $1,000 a month that may just change their life? How to make money with IN.FORM. Okay, so Brenda touched on this a little bit. How much money would you like to make per month? You know, and I was writing down my goals, and I was dreaming along with Brenda. That was really fun. I'm so glad she shared that with us. I was thinking in my head, I would love $1,000 more a month. That would be $12,000 more a year. What would I do with that money? Well, I have a 14-year-old girl that's going to be needing a car soon. That would be great money for a car. See, I could already envision it. And then I decided, how am I going to get there? So let me share it with you. I'm going to go through the legacy plan because that's what I am. However, we do have a classic plan as well. It is my belief that legacy plan is the best for IN.FORM coaches because we are networking and we are building a downline, or we are building a community of other coaches like us to continue to coach. If you have questions on Classic Plan, feel free to call Nature Sunshine and get those answered. But for simple purposes today, we're going to cover the Legacy Plan. So if my personal order is 200 QV, and each group member under me is also 200 QV, that's where we're going to pull this math from. Now, Brenda loves kits, and I, too, love our IN.FORM kit. So we're going to talk about kits, but in your mind, you can also build your own kit worth 200 QV. But our IN.FORM metabolic age support systems, they cost $240 directly, but that QV attached is $200. So it'll be simple math on how I can explain to you how to make money with IN.FORM. Okay, so you can do it by one small IN.FORM group of 3 people, or if you want to do 3 one-on-one consultations. So this is how I'm going to work to get to my $1,000 a month, and I'm setting myself a goal to sell or sign up 3 kits to new people every month. Okay, So if I start a small IN.FORM group of 3 people, what's going to happen is my Smart Start is going to be $270 the first month. The second month, I'm going to sign up 3 new people again, but I have residual income coming off the first 3 from the month before, which takes me to $340. Then the third month, I'm going to sign up 3 new people again, and that with residual income from month 1 and month 2 is $400. So just working on the method of 3 new $200 orders every single month, that will get you to $400 month 3. So let me say that again. In October, if you sign up 3 new people at 200 QV, there's $270 in your pocket for October. In November, you sign up 3 new people with 200 QV. You have $340 in your pocket in November. In December, you sign up 3 new people with 200 QV, and you're still getting paid on your October and November people. You're at $400 for December. Now, who could use an extra $400 for Christmas? I know I could. Now let's do it for $500 a month. You have an IN.FORM group of 6 people that are brand new, or you do 6 one-on-one consultations, or you sell 6 kits in a month. So set your goals however you want to do your method of operation, and let's go through this together. So month 1, 6 new signups at 200 will bring you $520. Month 2, 6 more new signups at $200 with residual from month 1 gets you $640. Month 3, 6 more new signups with residuals from month 1 and 2, you're at $760. Who doesn't need $760 by Christmas? $1,000 a month. Now you're running 2 IN.FORM groups, 2 small ones, or 1 large IN.FORM group. And I'm telling you, it is possible. Our Monday night group here at Insight is 16 people. The small group on Wednesdays at 4 is 7 people. So it is possible. Set your goals high, or you can be doing 12 one-on-one consultations or selling 12 kits a month. So set your expectations there. Month 1, there's your $1,000. Month 2, there's $1,240. And month 3, there's $1,480. So if we add that all together, that's, let's see, $3,700 by Christmas. Oh, can you see how income building this will be? How are you going to get there? You need to believe in yourself, and you need to believe in your profession, and you need to believe in this company. That part's easy because we've got a 45-year legacy. Believing in your profession, if you're new, you may have a few doubts about being a network marketer. A church is a network. A co-op is a network that pays its members in rebates. So have a little faith in that in your profession and in yourself. Thoughts become your words, and your words become your actions, and your actions determine your outcome. Remember your why that Brenda taught you about. Make a 3 to 5 year commitment to your business. I'm telling you, that is the secret. You have got to stay in this game long enough to reap the rewards of all the seeds that you have planted. I'm telling you, I've got people coming through the door now that I planted seeds with 4 years ago. But if I didn't hang in here long enough, I'd never see them. They trust me and they have faith in me and they are excited for me because I've been in it this long. All right, now you've got that list. Let's organize it. Any person that gets put on that list, you start to look at them as if they could be a coach like you, If maybe they'd be a new participant, or maybe not. Maybe they can just connect you to a whole bunch of other people. What are you going to do with these people? Well, you're going to message them, maybe give them a phone call, or even ask them to coffee. And the secret, of course, as Brenda had mentioned, is to follow up. Do not make an expensive mistake. Can you think of the one person who would totally rock this business? What if you never ask them to join you? Maybe you think they're too busy. Maybe you think they don't have the money. What if someone else asks them and they jump in full throttle? You snooze, you lose. Let people know they have an opportunity here. Another way to increase your income is don't forget about your graduates. Put them on a maintenance program. Follow up with them periodically. Let them know you're starting a new round and ask them back as a repeater. Make sure they are on Sunshine Rewards. That is the secret. This is additional income for you. Now, how are you going to spot these new coaches that you want to develop as a team for you? There is one in every group who loves to cook, who loves to share, who gets this lifestyle, who needs some money, and who would you invest in? Who is sending you the most referrals? They should coach and keep the money for themselves. Show this person how to move from member to manager. The best coaches for my team so far have been stylists and yoga teachers, a thermographer, massage therapists, personal trainers, stay-at-home boss babes, past participants. Look for people just like you. Oh boy, are you going to run into some excuses. So let me tell you how to flick those right off. People say, I'm so busy. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I got started. I started with just 3 hours a week prospecting for new participants. I don't have the money. I can appreciate that. Many people are in the same place because money is tight. Now is all the more reason to begin coaching. What if I can teach you a simple way to make money back with our bonuses during your first month? And that's what I just went through with you guys, was those Smart Start bonuses. What if they say, I'm not a salesperson? Terrific. I'm not either. I just share my story and educate about the products I love. I'm looking for passionate people who, when they love something, they share. If I didn't think you could do this, we wouldn't be talking. But I don't know anyone. That's awesome. This business is all about the people you will meet. I will teach you how I found prospects and customers for my business. Leaders lead. Share with your new coaches or share with people you want to coach what it is you do every day, what to put in an email, what to put in a message, what to say on a cold call. Start creating a monthly newsletter. You cannot expect someone to do what you are unwilling to do. So besides being a product of the product, which is the IN.FORM program and the IN.FORM products, I'm referring to being a product of the business. So I have to do my daily income activities, and when I do them and I ask someone else to do them as well, I can show them how to do it. So I don't expect them to do all this cold calling if I'm unwilling to do it myself. So find your best daily activities and focus on them, and then share with your team on how to do them. And if you do have a team, even if it's just one person, start meeting with them regularly. This is where the magic happens. It is not all about you, the leader. It is all about them, your team. I have an agenda that I always work on. I want to teach them a little bit of something, but if we're having a good time and they're getting their questions answered, that is more important. But we dream together and we go through some constructive feedback together, and we let them invite people that they know that are interested in the business. Here's some sample messages that I have sent that worked for me. So good afternoon this Friday morning or next Thursday morning. I have time available to sit and chat with you about your health goals. Are you free for an hour? Here's a sample of a cold call that I use with a chiropractor. Hi, I'm a personal coach. And then I find out what they need. Do you struggle driving customers to your door? Do you struggle keeping customers engaged? And I listen to what they need. Then I'm the solution. I'm expanding my business in your area. Would you be willing to have coffee with me? Would you be willing to host an event? Would you be willing to introduce me to more people? I'll do all the work, and I'm happy to throw in some of our best products or give them referral cash. Let's see. Shandy, is this where you pick up the ball?
Yeah, so I can definitely chime in right here. So just as a reminder, Brenda kind of covered this slide at the beginning, and we've talked about all these different areas, but we really want you to be thinking, what are the things that you're doing on a daily basis? Sponsoring, looking for new prospects, selling the product, and also developing your leaders and coaches. So these are all the things that we've covered today. And so the one thing that I hope that you've been thinking about as we've gone along this call today is, what is your plan with IN.FORM? We've given some really great step-by-step information thanks to Judy and Brenda. What is your action plan now that you've got all the how-tos? If you just want to take just a minute or two and type that into the little question box and just let us know what your action plan is, we would really appreciate that. And then let's just take I know we're all a little bit over the time, but let's just take maybe one or two questions, and then we'll try and get things wrapped up for you pretty quick. So, all right. Okay, so this is a question from Indira. She is wondering, well, she said the area that she lives in, there's the income is on the low end, and so she ends up helping a lot more people than actually having a business where she can make profit. Do you guys have any tips for her?
I can take that one, and then Brenda, you can follow up if you have something to add. You know, some people are able to charge for their classes, and other people are unable to do that depending on where they live. And I always reference Dale Scott, and she will second it, that Dale, she doesn't charge her people much, if anything, and she makes all her profit on the Nature Sunshine products. And that's the way you want to position yourself, is so that people still have money for the products, because you will make more longevity with your business. If people can afford their products and can use them consistently, they will get the results that they need, and they will share that with their friends, and that will lead to another new member. So it has to make sense for you also as a business person to be able to make money. We don't want you to be giving all the products away for free and not being able to, you know, keep your door open, or to be able to make your car payment so that you can't stay in this business. Keep in mind that people do have money for the things that they really want. So if they're walking in the door with a Starbucks coffee, right there is money that they're spending on things that they want, not things that they need. If they're walking in the door with the latest and greatest iPhone, and their kid is 7 years old and they have an iPhone, people have money for what they truly want. And if they truly want to improve their gut and their quality of life, then they have money for their Nature Sunshine products. And the best place for them to build that purchase in is in their grocery bill, because we cannot get these essential, which means our body can't make them, these essential nutrients from our food. We have to get them from supplements.
Yeah, that's really great. Some great advice of where to start with that. It definitely, we've seen coaches be successful in a lot of different areas of the country that have varying incomes. All right, so a few people have asked about having bigger copies of the slides to be able to see. On tonight's webinar, we'll put like a full page PDF instead of just the handout, and then I'll also be posting them on Facebook. All right, so let's go ahead and just do a few intros for a few slides that I have to cover just real briefly, and then if we have any other questions, we'll take maybe one more. So let's just cover those really quick. I just wanted to make sure you're all aware there was an email sent out this morning that there is up to 25% off of IN.FORM and weight management products. So that's going on right now. So there's like $1 off individual bags, and there's a buy 4 get 1 free and a buy 9 get 3 free. So just take advantage of those. We have some really great promotions going on. We also on this call are announcing a brand new program. Some of you may be familiar with Reset Breakfast that we did during the summer. This is kind of a follow-up to that. We know that how important the microbiome is to our health, and we wanted to create just some simple product kits that you can easily share and help people get started on their microbiome health. So of course, we know we want to start our day with quality protein. Probiotics are replenishing that good bacteria for our microbiome, and then with Purify, we can really just like accelerate that detoxification and get our gut in good shape. So we have these new microbiome starter kits, and they actually are 25% off. This is going to run now through the end of November. They come with 2 bags of protein, a probiotic, and a Purify, and we've created a bunch of mix and match kits, and those are available on the website, and you'll also be seeing an email go out about that as well. So that's something that we just recommend that you share with all of your customers and friends that just really need to get a jump start on their gut health. We also have an IN.FORM sampling kit that we're going to offer through November that is perfect for you to order and to share. Little sample packs. It comes with the IN.FORM pea protein in vanilla. It comes with the whey protein in chocolate, and then Purify as well. Sorry, that probiotic shouldn't be in that picture. But anyway, the cost on it is $97.43. It's 25% off of the regular price. So that's a great way that you can go out and share that, share the IN.FORM products with others. I also just wanted to make you aware that we have an IN.FORM immersion training that's coming up in October. This is an in-depth training that you can go to with Linda Lalonde. She's one of our top coaches to get some really hands-on training. The next one is October 20th and 21st. It's in Downers Grove, which is just a suburb of Chicago. And it's good for new people, but also it's great for coaches that want to come and attend that. So just so that you're aware that that is coming up. And then the last thing that I want to cover before we just jump back over to the questions is we have a Start Your Group promotion going on this month. If you start a group with 5 or more people that are new and new IN.FORM participants that start this month with you in a group and you submit it to the coaches portal, you can receive a $50 product credit. Plus, we've put together an IN.FORM swag box. It comes with 5 t-shirts. It comes with some bumper stickers and pens and brochures. It is really just kind of a fun little goodie bag of IN.FORM items. And so you'll earn that for each group that you start. And then you can also earn additional product credit for the sales that happen in your group of weight management products. So make sure that you take advantage of that this month. Now is really a fantastic time to get started with IN.FORM. September is typically one of our biggest months for getting started. So let's just look and see if there were any other questions. Okay, Marilyn asked about the webinar tonight. We will be doing this webinar again this evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and it's the same presentation, just at a different time option. So if you want to come listen again or send any of your fellow coaches over to it, that would be great. And let me just look really quick at this question. Okay, so Jane is wondering if we can post the webinars Okay, on Facebook. You are more than welcome to share the links on your Facebook. If you're, you just can copy and paste that link for the webinar into a Facebook post and you can share that. That is no problem. And then also we'll be, of course, putting a recording of this webinar on YouTube, and then you can share that with your fellow coaches. No problem. All right. Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. And thank you, Brenda and Judy, for being here. This was a fantastic webinar. So much great information. We just jam-packed it full. So thank you both for being here.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Well, I hope you guys all have a great Monday, and we'll see maybe some of you back here later tonight. And we look forward to what you're going to get started with IN.FORM. So thanks, everybody. Have a great day.